Welcome back to another episode of the Bettor Hour, your favorite hour of sports betting talk in this or any other part of the multiverse. We got Katie Mox, we got Eric Coleman, we got Alex Monaco, we got myself, Jeff Johnson, and you locked into MSG Network Studios. And let me bring in my guy on the West Coast, all in the mix, getting that good sun and making those great bets, Harrison Sanford. Harrison, what's going on?
I'm great, man. Yankees won last night. Almost got a no-hitter, but I'm good otherwise.
Yeah, they're rolling right now.
They're rolling.
It's looking scary for the rest of the league, I'll tell you that much. So before we go on, we are betting this week with our bankrolls once again. We each are playing with our units, and we're going to be betting throughout the course of the show. Any bets that we make, we're going to put some units on, or maybe we won't, depending on how we feel about these bets. How y'all feeling about the units and the distribution and everything like that? We did well last week.
Yeah, we did well last week. We're switching up a little bit. Obviously, for everyone at home, your unit is basically the size of the bet that you make, which is your normal bet on any given bet. And if you like it a little bit more, maybe you'll put more units on it. It's between 1 and 5% of your overall bankroll.
Right.
We talk a lot about betting responsibly. So, maybe you just want 1 unit, maybe you do 3. Let's not drop 10 units on things unless you really believe it.
No unit shaming here either. What your unit is, your unit is your unit. As long as you're making money, you're making me happy.
Yes.
So let's get right into it.
Let's get right into it, and let's talk the cover story right now. And obviously the biggest cover story here is baseball. We've got the Yankees and the Mets, and we may actually get this Subway Series that you've been talking about. The Mets lead the NL East right now by 6 games. In their last 10 games, they are 7-10 straight up. The Yankees are leading the AL East by 12 games, and their last 10 games, they are 9-1. So, Alex, while the Yankees have been dominant so far, are you worried that this could be a case of peaking too soon?
I'm not, Katie. I got some stats here that are absolutely staggering that this Yankees team is doing thus far. So only 2 Yankees teams ever have reached 50 wins faster. 1928 and 1939.
Wow.
Oof. Both those teams won the World Series. And then from a run differential standpoint, which they're first, home runs, which they're first, and overall record, which they're first. This has happened 3 times, or those 3 have happened 7 times in the history of the Yankees through 50 games. 6 of those 7 won the World Series. So just historically, I'm loving what I'm seeing. And again, we talked about it last week, what they're doing offensively and what they're doing with their team ERA. You're getting first in both categories. That's unheard of in baseball, to be hitting the long ball overall number 1. So to answer your question, no, I don't see him slowing down. Only an injury, knock on wood, would slow his team down, and it would take several injuries.
I would have swore the 98 team was one of them. That's one that won like 100+ game. That's fascinating for sure.
Fascinating. Who else is probably fascinated by this is Harrison, because there's one thing I know about Harrison. There's no shame in his Yankee fandom. So, Harrison, tonight they are up against the Rays. What is the key to success here, considering this is a team they have struggled with in past seasons?
Well, I think this is a different Rays team that we're used to seeing. They've lost the 3rd most games to injuries throughout the majors. We saw what happened to Manuel Margot last night running into the right field wall. Wander Franco's on the DL, Brandon Lowe's on the DL, Mike Zunino's on the DL as well. As it pertains to the Yankees, I think they could just get ahead, and I think they could pretty much demoralize the Tampa Bay Rays. Right now, they're 29-7 at home, and yes, I know they're playing games in St. Petersburg, but I would argue that it feels like a home game as well. So I think they'll be just fine, especially with this depleted Tampa Bay Rays. We'll see what they do at the trading deadline. Could be a totally different team by then.
Absolutely. All right, Jeff, with Max Scherzer and Jacob deGrom nearing their returns, how will that impact the rotations?
I think it can only impact it in a positive way. All the rest of the pitchers have been stepping up in their absence. You think about it, Atlanta and Philadelphia have gone on like multiple game winning streaks in this period. I think Philly went like 10-1 or something at one point, and Atlanta was climbing back. They still maintain that 5.5 game lead. So if you're asking what is the net rating on them coming back, it has to be a positive. Now, what the Mets have to do is stop getting injured. They have to stop the injuries, and once they have this completed team, because you know when you get to the postseason and all that, some people are going to go to the bullpen. You're going to have that extended run. There's no such thing as too much pitching. So they get them back, and they get them back healthy. No lingering injuries, no recurring injuries. Get them back to whatever 100% is for them and go on the stretch run because they're going to need it because the NL East is not stopping. Like, everybody's coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, one question for you before we get into our best bet. So the Mets are facing the Astros tonight, and some big aces in Verlander and Valdez. What's the message the Mets send if they sweep this 2-game series?
Well, I mean, they're letting everyone know that, they're putting everyone on notice. They have the best record in the MLB right now. They're playing great. They're hitting the ball great. And they're not even at full strength, as Jeff alluded to. I think they're sending a message that we are here to stay. We're the real deal. And it's only going to get better from here. So you better try. If you're going to get us, you better try to get us now, because once we get healthy, it's going to be over.
I agree 100%. What are our best bets for the locals tonight? What do you like?
I got the Yankees on the run line, got it at plus money versus the Rays. 5 of the last 6 games the Yankees have played against the Rays, their wins have been by 2 or more runs. And they've won their last 3 games by 2+ runs. So you look at 72% of their wins this season have been by 2 or more runs. So when they win comfortably. And I think they'll be able, with all the injuries Tampa Bay has, and yeah, St. Petersburg might as well be the retirement home for all the Yankees fans in Florida. I think they do it by 2 or more.
All right.
I'm on the Yanks. I'm going money line. The Rays, look, they own the Yankees except for this year.
Yeah.
And they're 6-2 against the Rays this year. You saw them take the series last week. Everything went under as far as runs total, which scares me a little. But I like the Yanks tonight, especially with Cortez on.
Money line is a great bet. That's a great bet.
Yeah, I got the Mets money line, plus money, plus 110.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that they're on a streak right now. They've won 7 of their last 10. They're playing well. They're playing against, they're hitting against Jose Urquidy, and his ERA is 4.99. Hasn't been having a successful year, so I think the Mets continue offensively and get this win.
Harrison.
If the Yankees are going to get a win by more than 1 run, I'm going to count on Anthony Rizzo to be a part of that. I got him as over 1.5 total bases. He's on a 5-game hitting streak, hitting .533 in his last 5. And he got that home run last night against McClanahan. I think he could do even better tonight.
Okay, I'm going to take the Yankees on the run line as well. I'm agreeing with you. And basically for all the reasons that everybody already said here, they are 6-2 in the last 8 games versus Tampa Bay. They've won 4 straight in a row. This Tampa Bay team is not the same team that we've been seeing in years past. They have a lot of injuries right now, and the Yankees are just hot, hot, hot. So I like them to cover this 1.5, and that is at plus 105. I'm putting 1 unit down on this. So that is going to wrap up our locals cover story tonight. But don't go anywhere. We got Alex coming up next with what's trending here on the Bettor Hour, live on MSG. We'll be right back.